Full Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing out of turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked off of turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
And your source for esports racing is live. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Full Velocity Racing Network, live once again at the Volusia Speedway Park. Round number 2 of our DWR doubleheader of the evening, and this one moves us into the Street Stock Division. The Sunday night shootout is live via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Hello, everybody. What's going on? Phil Lacasse here, and back alongside my longtime tag team partner, Mr. Too Tall Todd Stanton, back on the controls and doing color this evening. And Todd, a awesome car count for the gang at DWR here tonight. Sunday shootout series, the first of what I believe is going to be 3, potentially 4 heat races about to roll itself to the track. How the heck you feeling? Ready to rock and roll?
Definitely ready to go here this evening in Volusia Speedway, one of my favorite tracks to be visiting, especially with the Street Stock Division. Can't wait. This is going to be a barn burner here this evening.
Certainly is. Well, heat race number 1 about to take its way on to the half-mile Volusia Speedway Park. Let's take you through our Voiles Trucking starting lineup for the first of 4 heat races this evening. 8 laps going to be in distance, and on the pole with tonight's Har Motorsports quick time. Aboard car number 926, that is Barrett Bishop, and alongside aboard car number 16, that is David Blackburg. In row number 2, the Evil One himself, aboard car number 21, Evil One Graphics, Jim Revis, and alongside him in car number 8, that is Austin Miners. Third row, the number 07, Damn It Boy car. On the inside is Justin Pruitt with the number 25 of Henry Jones on the outside of row 3. Our fourth row this evening, the 188 as Wes Wigan with the number 143 of Lucas Shout. And the final contestant here for heat race number 1, aboard car 63, is Trace Williams. The call is for 9. Only the top 4 guaranteed on into the main event, and this is a pretty stout little field. I believe all 4 heats are going to be pretty loaded. I think we're going to take the best of the street stocks tonight, Todd. They're all in the house, so we are going to see them live. It's going to be an awesome night. We're just about to get started with these guys.
Yeah, definitely getting ready to get started, locked and loaded. Barrett Bishop with the pole, the 926 machine, Bulletproof Motorsports number 926, and you got the 16 of David Blackburn. A lot of teams going on out there. Jim Revis out there in the 21. New paint scheme on that machine here tonight to get locked and loaded to go green flag racing off of turn number 4. Green flag's in the air. iRacing I flag, green flag that is. And we're racing down into turn number 1. Barrett Bishop leads the charge. Here comes Jim Revis way down to the bottom side to make it side by side with Blackburn.
Yep, Blackberg up high, Revis down low, and I believe that's a new skin on the 21 there for Jim on the inside as he runs third. Austin Miners, the number 8, pulling alongside. Also looks like he get a fresh wrap on that thing as well. Just saw Austin Todd, if you missed the end of the modified race, led 39 and 3/4 laps. He's trying to do one better this time. Austin Miners running fourth. Justin Pruitt, he's down, so that's racing for that final transfer spot off into turn 3.
Yeah, Justin Pruitt transitioning to a new team for next season. Well, we won't give that one out there, but Justin Pruitt, Damn Boy Racing, no longer in that 07 machine. So there's some new things going on for next season. We can't talk about it here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, but we can actually just kind of hint at it, so that way you guys are kind of pulled in for next season, maybe to see all the great news that's going on.
All right, well, I'm going to be the first to say, Todd, it'd be nice if I knew, too. You got all the scoop. What the heck is all this? Why we know Todd's the favorite at DWR, and I'm just a guy who carries kind of the soundtrack along sometimes, and I'm going to discuss this later on, as I'm way out of the loop, and I don't know why. But, hey, as we work it down off into turn number 3, racing for the race lead, already halfway home, 4 in, 4 to go, completing lap number 4 this time. Barrett Bishop, but look at David Blackberg, the 16, trying to get a good run to the bottom. Falls back in line, but we'll see. Low side, it's got to be there early, Todd, because it's not going to be there later in this event as this track wears in. If Blackberg's going to get it, he's going to have to go now.
Yeah, definitely going to have to go now. 3 laps will remain here. Barrett Bishop still holding on. Blackberg keeps looking to the bottom, trying to knock there on the door of the 926 machine. The 21 of Jim Revis running in that 3rd spot. Austin Miners running 4th. 5th is the 07 of Justin Pruitt. Here comes Blackberg back down to the inside here at the entrance of turn number 3, side by side there momentarily here with Bishop as they come off of turn number 4. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 more trips around Volusia Speedway.
2 more trips around the half mile. 9:26 with the race lead is Barrett Bishop, Blackberg, Revis. Miners are your top 4. You look back and you find guys like Pruitt running in 5th. You've got Wes Wygand, Henry Jones, Trace Williams, Lucas Chout. They're all out there running 5th through 9th. They're on the outside looking in as we get popsicle stick or white flag up in the air. 1 more trip around. Blackberg going to look to the inside of Barrett Bishop. It's a drag race down the back straightaway for the final time. Off into turn number 3 and 4. Black car is Barrett Bishop up high. And red and white colored machine number 16 is David Blackberg off to number 4. Checker flag goes over the 926 of Barrett Bishop in for the win. Blackberg will grab 2. Jim Revis will finish up 3rd. Austin Miners getting the final transfer. Justin Pruitt, Wes Wygand, Henry Jones, Trace Williams, Lucas Chout. They will move into consolation rounds. It's going to be a hard-fought consolation events tonight, too, with this great field we have. I think I counted about 34 cars in the pit area, so we are going to be for an awesome night. Heat race number 1 complete. Heat race number 2, Todd, coming trackside.
Yeah, heat race number 2 is going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 319. That's David Brewer. His dad supported the outside, driving the number 73. Another Bulletproof Motorsports car. That is Stephen Moore. Inside row number 2, starting in that 3rd starting position, that will be the number 61. Another Bulletproof guy. That's number 61 of Josh Peacock. His dad supported the outside, driving the number 1. That's Alex Brewer. Rolling off in the 5th position, that's D-Fed himself. Derek Fetkenauer aboard the number 86. And Michael Whitlock aboard the double knot rolls off in that 6th position. Rolling off 7th will be the number 13 of Caleb Ramsey. Nice paint scheme on that as of last week. And then Jerry Martin aboard the number 39, or Gary Martin aboard 39, going to roll off in position number 8. Rolling off 9th in shotgun on the field will be the number 97 machine of Rocky Battenfield. Not answering the call here, Phil. Something going awry here with his car. We'll see if he makes it here in time for at least the qualifying events or the consolations, I should say.
Banana peel or banana stuck in the exhaust pipe, maybe. Blow up the car, maybe the intake. I don't know. There's no 97, no Rocky, no Big Monkey. Maybe Donkey Kong got him. I don't know. But looks like the lights are going to go on around the half mile. And you said it's a pretty stacked little field you just gave us right there up front. You're going to find David Brewer, a guy who ran really well here last week in the Sunday Night Shootout series. You got Stephen Moore on the outside. Josh Peacock, a guy looking to rebound on a couple of rough ones. He's going to start the inside of row 2 with Alex Brewer. D-Fed going to start row 3. Michael Whitlock. I mean, that is a good, solid first 3 rows. Don't count at that 4th row either. Caleb Ramsey back there with Gary Martin. 8 shoes. Top 4 will transfer in. Pace truck is in. iRacing, I flag, green flag up in the air. 8 laps distance. Heat race number 2, Todd, is off into turn 1.
8 laps is the distance here. The 319 of Brewer out to the early advantage. Here comes the 61 machine and Peacock down to the bottom side. It's a 73 right now, holding on to the second spot of Stephen Moore. A lot of Bulletproof Motorsports cars in the heat race number 2. To come off turn number 4, completing lap number 1. That's going to go down to David Brewer. Stephen Moore still running in that second spot. Alex Brewer now up to third in the number 1 as he was able to motor around the number 61 of Peacock.
Sure did. Alex Brewer up to third and may look for second by the time we hit turn 3. He's going to glance up high and a thought to make the move around Stephen Moore. Stephen kind of drifts up, takes that outside lane away, makes Alex fall back in line, all chasing David Brewer, and I believe that's 319. I believe that's the first time I've seen that wrap, too. That may be a brand new nap in the 319. He leads Stephen Moore by 2 car lengths off into turn 3.
Yeah, transitioning to new wraps here. Guys, get sick of the old ones, change teams. Just get some different color schemes going on so we can talk about here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Just as you start to get to realize what the cars, the color, the wrap, the number, all that stuff, they throw a monkey wrench into that. Yeah, and you're going to have to relearn all the color schemes back out here in the other season coming up here rather quickly here. Just a couple more races left, 2 more races actually, in fact, left here at the Sunday Night Shootout after tonight. So the points are starting to wind down. Everything's starting to wind down into week 13 here in the iRacing community.
I'm thinking I'm going to charge $2 for a paint scheme and number I have to relearn because you think I get it right after a whole season with these cars, and they change it up on me mid-season, get me all confused, nothing more, got me confused, and that number 13 of Caleb Ramsey had to look at that thing 3 times so I figured out, hey, that's Caleb in that 13, but that's not the 13 I normally see. A lot of guys out there with some nice new sick-looking wraps. A lot of good painters out there as we work off into turn number 3 and 4. Stephen Moore going to take a look at our Alex Brewer. Good race back there for that final transfer as well. Derek Fedkenhauer, Josh Peacock, that's a couple of heavyweights. Only one of those 2 drivers, Todd, can lock themselves in. Who's it going to be as we're 2 to go?
2 laps to be here for the 319 of David Brewer, the 73 of Moore, Peacock, and Brewer. Brewer right now fighting it out here. Brewer right now running in that 3rd spot, excuse me. 4th is Derek Fedkenhauer. So, like you said, Phil, who's going to take over that 4th and final transfer spot? Going to go to the consolation event if you're in that 5th spot. We already are under the white flag conditions, already down the back chute. So it is David Brewer leading the charge down into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4 for the final time. A 319 of David Brewer just going to barely nip them at the line. DFED going to get the 4th and final transfer spot. There is it going to be Brewer, Moore, then you got Fedkenhauer.
Yep, Brewer, Moore, Brewer, Fedkenhauer. 2 Brewers in the top 4. Alex and David taking down the win. You got guys like Josh Peacock going to headline a list that goes off into our consolation rounds. Himself, Michael Whitlock, Caleb Ramsey, Gary Martin. Those guys will be off the consi rounds coming up here in a little bit. But we're halfway home in heat races. 2 in, 2 more to go, and your Voiles Trucking starting lineup for heat race number 3 will go away like this on the pole. Aboard car number 18, Bulletproof Motorsports brings us Kyle Surratt, and alongside the number 631, that is Alex Cummings. In row number 2, aboard car number 20, that is Greg Tuberville, and alongside in the number 36 is John Monkern. Row 3, the 67, I believe, 3D racing car number 67. That'll be Sawyer Swiatek with Kevin Prettyman alongside aboard car number 88. Steve Robbins rolls off 7th. He is in the 073 and shotgun on the field aboard the 42. That is Jaron Carber.
Called for 8 cars. We have all 8 cars out there. Phil is just trying to get through the lineup. Kind of stalled there just a tad bit on me trying to click through that, get that lineup. I'm not sure if I was hitting the right button, the wrong button. No, I have not had a beverage here tonight. That's coming up on Friday night. That'll be rather interesting here. It's going to be a great race here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Remember, that's going to be rated R, folks, so do stay tuned. If you want to get involved in that, please contact us on Full Velocity Racing Network. We can hook you up. You could also go to Highside Double Down League and get hooked up for that one. That's going to be fantastic here, up and coming here, and we fully support that race. Yes, it's going to be rated R. It is not going to be the norm, and there's going to be some different announcers in the booth too, I think.
That's the word I'm getting, is we've got a couple of negotiations going on, going to be maybe a couple of different voices, and I guess that'll be wait and see here coming up on Friday night over Highside Double Down with the 50-lap main event. It's some kind of weird name and a couple of crooked letters. I'll let you guys figure it out what that is later. Go out there and take a look. But we go racing. Kyle Surratt, Alex Cummings going to headline the field down off into turn number 3 for the first time. Surratt, Cummings, this race for second, third, fourth. You got Tuberville there. Look at this shoot. The 36 of John Monaco to the mix. 3 wide for that third spot off of 4.
Yeah, 3 wide there. The 67 of Sawyer Swiatek down on the bottom there. He takes over that 4th spot, the 4th and final transfer. He gets a tad bit loose there, leaving the door wide open for the 073 of Robbins. Robbins now nipping at his heels, looks down to the bottom side here, just a tad bit off of turn number 4. Not going to be had so far. He is running in that 5th spot, but back down to the bottom. He charges here in turn number 1.
Yeah, good race for that final transfer. Steve Robbins versus Sawyer Swiatek off into turn number 3, 67 car up high. Really like the numeral there. That number of 67 looks really sharp. He slides into the 4th spot. Robbins going to have to fall back in line, it looks like, off turn number 4. Up front, right where we left off, Kyle Surratt leading Alex Cummings, Greg Tuberville. The drama is back there for 4th on back. Swiatek has it. Robbins is there. Don't count out that 36 of John Monkern running in 6th. He has all the back bumper. Those two over to turn 3.
Yeah, almost 3 wide battling there for that final transfer spot as we are halfway home. 4 in, 4 to go. Here for the number 18 of Kyle Surratt. Then you got Cummings and Tuberville. Those guys in their own zip code right now. Not quite their own area code, but their own zip code. Locked into a transfer battle. The 67 of Sawyer Swiatek and the 073 of Steve Robbins. 36 of John Monkern right there also. Waiting for those guys to make a mistake maybe as we're going on 3 to go here this time by.
3 to go at the line, and I'm not sure the 073 did, but he came awfully close, and that was clipping that opening of the inside wall there in turns number 3 and 4 that we have seen claim so many cars over the years here at the Volusia Speedway Park. If he didn't kiss that barrel, he came awfully close. Todd, I bet your life savings on that this afternoon. Somebody was going to hit that thing. So far your money looks to be all right. So far, so good also for Kyle Surratt up front. He's going to see white flag next time around. The races for that 2nd spot, Tuberville and Alex Cummings. That's a really good battle as exit turn number 4 racing off for 2nd.
Yeah, nice battle. Swiatek now able to pull away from the battling 2 right directly behind him for that final transfer spot. The 36 machine Monkern now up to 5th. Swiatek now trying to challenge for 3rd there for Tuberville. But down the back straightaway for the final time into turn number 1. And it's been all Kyle Surratt here at heat race number 3. And it's going to remain that way. Off of turn number 4, picking up heat race number 3. Kyle Surratt. 2nd going to go to Alex Cummings, Greg Tuberville, Sawyer Swiatek. Then you got John Monkern, Steve Robbins, Kevin Prettyman. And that is your field number 42, also in this field too, finishing 8th.
Yeah, Jaron Carver, the number 42, he rolls off last on the field there, the 8. So you got 4 more drivers off into the main event. So we've got 4 times 3 is 12. So we got 12 drivers already locked in. We're going to take 4 more off the A main right here in heat race number 4. Let's take you through our Voiles Trucking starting lineup. On the pole aboard the 010, that is Casey Brunson. The guy picked up a win here this last Wednesday night street fights. And alongside in the BladeNote.com, Eichstadt Raps. Car number 12, that is Eric Eichstadt. In row number 2, the 311 of Justin Holt with the 055 of Mason Nichols on the outside of row 2. Row 3, a good row here with the number 91 of Tyson Pankow, the number 51 of Justin Glenhill on the outside. In our 4th and final, we get the 122 of Brandon Culp and the 56 of Chris Carmen. So there you have it. We've got 8 cars out there, 4 more to punch to the main event. Pretty good little field here too, Todd. We got a couple of familiar names that we've seen run up front. Guys like Casey and Eric and Holt and Mason Nichols, even Tyson Pankow. You know, you guys like Glenhill back there. And then you got a couple of guys that kind of unknowns to us, but we haven't seen race a whole bunch with Brandon Culp and Chris Carmen, who's been very active out there in the chat all night long.
Yeah.
He's got a job to do.
Carmen, I know, Phil.
You know Carmen.
Yeah, I definitely know Carmen. Racing against him here at the local tracks here around
me.
So Chris is pretty close to me here. I haven't raced with him. Haven't seen him in quite some time though. But I've seen him here emerge on iRacing. It's great. Yeah, I didn't wreck him. But he knows I had an extremely fast car at 1.2. So Chris Carmen out there rolling in 8th in that number 22 machine. So we'll wait and see what happens here as iRacing.com pace truck going to pull off this time by, and it's going to be Casey Brunson and Electric Eric Eichstadt getting the green flag here off of turn number 4. iRacing I flag, green flags in the air. It looked like Eric Eichstead was going to jump the start there in that BladeNote.com number 12 machine. Not able to, had to back out of it, Phil. He didn't want that measly black flag out there, but the number 10 of Casey Brunson jumps out to the early lead.
Sure does. Eric couldn't pay off the starter, had to roll out of it, but he almost takes a look to the low side out. Justin Holt, a 311. He makes a peek down low, a good three-car battle for the race lead. Casey Brunson holding on, Eric holding on for second. Holt and look to the run to the bottom for Tyson Pankow. He's got the 91 rolling. He runs fourth and may look for more as they head to turn 3.
Yeah, looking for more is Carmen Motorsports, the name of Christopher Carmen's team. Carmen Motorsports, just to throw that out there. Looking at the chat box here, but great racing going on. Pankow right now, that number 91 machine has that final transfer spot. It's a pretty heated battle between himself and Mason Nichols aboard the 055 machine. But Pankow right now has it. Mason Nichols now goes to the outside trying to challenge the number 91. But the 91 of Pankow really catfishing down on the bottom. Going to slide back up in front of him for that fourth position and protect it.
Yeah, I think Mason Nichols may have taken the outside wall on a first date over there off the back straightaway off into 3 because gave it a little good night smooch over there. Maybe upset the handle of the race car, but now he's going to move down to the low side. See if he can't make the move on Tyson Pankow, racing for that final transfer. Single file all top 3. It is Mason Nichols, Pankow holding on for the time being, and Ernie Todd. We're already 4 laps in, 4 to go, halfway home in heat race number 4.
Yeah, halfway home at Volusia Speedway, setting a torrid pace is Casey Brunson in that 010 machine, the 10 here on the screen. The number 12 of Eric Eichstead running in that second spot. Justin Holt in the 311 machine running in that third spot. Fourth is still Pankow. Nichols about 3 car lengths back in that 055 machine. Does not look like Nichols has anything for him, as Nichols starting to slow down compared to what Pankow is. Pankow actually starting to reel in Justin Holt as they come down into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4. Popsicle Stick's going to go up in the air for the number 10 of Casey Brunson.
Casey's a guy who really has been running good here. Volusia won here a few nights ago, and looks like he may try to do it again here aboard the 010 as he's off of the back straightaway with a 4-car length advantage down off into turn number 3, where he is going to see the white flag from the starter stand. One more trip around this nice, beautiful half-mile Volusia Speedway Park for the 010 of Casey Brunson. Eric Eichstead holding on for 2. The good race back there is for 3rd. Justin Holt holding on by his fingernails over the 91 of Tyson Pankow as hit 3 and 4 for the final time. Looks like the top 4 transfers are going to be academic off the corner as they slide to the line. Give the win to Casey Brunson of the 010. Eichstead going to grab 2nd. Holt for 3rd. Pankow going to get 4th. Mason Nichols going to be the first car on the outside looking in. And we got a couple more there. We're going to scores. I got to get back over here. Click on the results because I completely lost them. And I think they're gone. Yep, they're gone. Well, I guess we'll see what the next drivers are off into our consolation rounds, Todd, because it looks like the first of our 2 consolation races is getting ready to grid for 10 laps around. And top 5 are going to transfer, and we've got a whole lot more than 5 cars apiece. We got drivers going home tonight out of the consies.
Yeah, definitely got drivers going home here tonight out of consolation event number 1. They're going to call it the C-Main, but it's consolation event number 1. Starting on the pole, driving the number 07 machine, that's Justin Pruitt. It's part of the outside, driving the number 36, that's John Monkern. Inside, row number 2, starting in the 3rd starting position, that's Wes Wygan aboard the 188, and Steve Robbins rolls off position number 4 in that 073 machine. Rolling off inside row number 3 in the 5th starting position, that's the number 25, that's Henry Jones, and Kevin Prettyman aboard the number 88 machine is going to roll off 6. Rolling off 7th will be Trace Williams and Jared Carver, and the number 42 machine going to roll off in position number 8. Rolling off 9th will be Lucas Code in the 143 machine, rolling off in that 9th starting position. Shotgun on the field here, Phil.
Yep, we got all 9 out there. Only the top 5 will see their way into a 60-lap main event, the DWR Sunday Night Shootout Series, run here every Sunday evening. This time slot, only 2 more weeks to go. I believe next week we roll in to the USA International Speedway, and then championship night in 2 weeks at the greatest track here at all iRacing, Lanier. That is going to be fun to crown the champion here in the street stocks in a couple of weeks. But what do you say? We got 2 consolation events here. 9 drivers, 5 can make it. I guess the drama about to unfold. 10 more circuits around. 5 miles. I did it, Todd. 5 miles, this consi race. I think it's 5. Look at the front row. You find Justin Pruitt. He's got the best seat in the house right there toward 3 and 4. John Bonkert on the outside of that front row. Wes Wygan, Steve Robbins, a guy who's had a good night so far. And how about two guys that are relatively new to DWR, the landscape, Henry Jones and Kevin Prettyman. Those two putting some solid runs together, but they're going to start right now in that third row. Only one of them is going to be locked in as we go I-Race the guy flag, green flag.
Yeah, the green flag is in the air. The 07 and Justin Pruitt with one whale of a start. And that 07 machine, Martin Curtin running in that second spot. Third now is a 00 machine. That is, I thought it was a 00 machine. It's the 88 machine of Kevin Prettyman running in that third spot. Fourth is Trace Williams, and fifth right now is Jared Carver in the number 42 machine. So a couple new guys right up through there is Kevin Prettyman having a good race in the 88 machine.
Yes, he certainly is. Prettyman up the third, and the reason why, Todd, there was contact in the opening lap off of turn number 2. Guys like Steve Robbins got turned around. Lucas Chout was slow. Wes Wygan, Henry Jones got a piece of it over there as well. So that's really split up the field, and you got the top 4. They've put a gap on it. Pruitt, Monkern, Prettyman, Trace Williams. The drama is going to be back here for this fifth and final transfer. Jaron Carver and Wes Wygan, they're going to have to slug it out as we're going to put 3 laps complete this time. That's where the drama is going to be. 42 versus 188. They're off in turn 1.
Yeah, Wes Wygan and the number 188 machine now captures the fifth and final transfer spot and that 188 machine. So now he's able to pull away from the number 42 in a pretty decent fashion. They're already 10 car lengths over that number 42 machine. So Wes in the final transfer spot as we sit right now. But I tell you what, Phil, Justin Pruitt in that 07 machine trying to make a statement here in consolation event number 1. Monkern starting to reel him in just a tad bit as we're going to get halfway home. 5 in, 5 to go here in consolation event number 1. It is Justin Pruitt, John Monkern, Prettyman, Williams, and Wygan. Right now, your 5 cars that will transfer on.
Yeah, that looks pretty solid right now as they head off toward turn number 3. Pruitt leading over Monkern by, what do you call it over there, about 5, maybe 6 car lengths off the quarter. 07 versus 36. 88 car, Prettyman running in the third spot, although I believe the aliens may be having a brief little conversation talking over the 88 as he kind of keeps bouncing on and off my screen. Trace Williams back there in the number 63, comfortably sitting right now in that 4th spot. Wes Wygan running 5th. Jaron Carver still on the lead lap. Lucas Chout looks like he maybe a fallen a lap down. Steve Robbins, Henry Jones, both those drivers already done off the racetrack. Their nights are done, which is a tough break for 2 guys that coming into the show, Todd, thought they really had a good chance, and they're going to be one of the first 2 going off. Contact in the opening lap of a consolation race. God, that's got to be frustrating.
Yeah, definitely got to be frustrating there, Phil, as we want Mountain Star Productions on board there with the 07 of Justin Pruitt as he got the 2 laps remaining. The popsicle sticks up in the air for that 07 machine. Can he hold on as Monkern starting to reel him in there in the number 36 machine? I just think he's going to run out of time here to win this consolation event number 1 of the evening. Is white flag going to be in there? One more trip around for Justin Pruitt.
Yep, Justin Pruitt leads him one more time around here for car number 07. As I believe the aliens may have discussed and talked about and maybe claimed the 36 of John Monkern, as he just kind of went all over my screen. Now I think he shows up back in the 2nd spot. They're discussing it, but off the turn, checkered flag going in the air. Justin Pruitt taking down the win in the C main. John Monkern, Kevin Prettyman, Trace Williams, Wes Wygan grabbing the final transfer. Jaron Carver going to join Lucas Chout, Steve Robbins, and Henry Jones. Those 4 drivers exiting stage left in the Force 4 out of the pit area here tonight at the Volusia Speedway Park. And they're going to be joined by, potentially 4 more as B main number 2 about to make its way trackside, Todd. And I look at the list of names here. This one could be interesting.
Yeah, definitely going to be interesting to say the least here. A lot of heavy hitters here in consolation event number 2. And the Voiles Trucking starting lineup is going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 61 machine, Bulletproof Motorsports of Josh Peacock. His Dancing Brother outside, driving the 055 machine. That's Mason Nichols. Inside row number 2, in the 3rd starting position. That's the 2nd time I've done that here tonight. The double knot machine of Michael Whitlock and his Dancing Brother outside, driving the number 51. That's Justin Gledhill. Inside row number 3, starting in the 5th starting position. It's number 13 of Caleb Ramsey. And Brendan Culp aboard the number 122. He's going to roll off 6th. Rolling off 7th will be Gary Martin aboard the number 39 machine. And outside of him will be the number 56. That's Chris Carman. inside row number 5, starting in the 9th starting position. He did make the call for this one.
He did.
Phil. Number 97, that's the big monkey himself, Rocky Battenfield. He's got a long road to hoe here. He has to pick up 5 spots there, Phil, to put him in, or 4 spots to put him in into a transfer spot to make it on into the A main.
Sure is. I guess the banana peel came out of the exhaust manifold, and the 97 finds his way out to the racetrack with some work to do. But you know what, Todd? I believe he said during the modified version of the night when he was out there in chat, I'm going to do this from the B main. I'm going to Logan Schuchart this thing. I am going to do like knockout qualifying. I'm going to go to the B main. I am going to have to race my way in from last. That's putting the stones out there, I'm telling you. I'm not sure he really did that, but we're going to put that out there for dramatic effect. Can Rocky Battenfield do it from the final position? But look up to the front row. Josh Peacock, Mason Nichols going to headline a very stacked list of drivers. Final consolation race of the night. We go iRacing, I flag, green flag. Josh Peacock going to lead them down for turn number 1.
Yeah, Peacock as Glenhill puts a 3 wide up through the middle. Glenhill backs out of it, so does Mason Nichols. That allows Whitlock to get up into that 2nd spot. And that double knot machine, Whitlock able to slide right up in front of Glenhill there into 2nd to 51. The Glenhill still holding on to the 3rd spot there in the number 51 machine. Then you've got Mason Nichols battling it out, duking it out with the driver the number 13 of Ramsey. Here comes the number 97 of Rocky Battenfield. He's already up to 6th.
Sure is. 97 is rolling up to that 6th spot off into turn number 3. Already finds himself 1 position off the cut right now. Is off the corner to complete lap number 2. Josh Peacock continues to lead. Good run from Michael Whitlock in the 00. He currently runs in the 2nd spot. Glenhill holding on for 3rd. Caleb Ramsey. The battle is back here. 5th on back. Mason Nichols currently holds it. He's going to go to the right rear. He's going to try to swing to the outside of Caleb Ramsey, racing on for 4th off of turn 4.
But he's making a mistake, I do believe, leaving the door wide open for Battenfield, because Battenfield's going back down to the bottom side there, and the number 97 machine really getting some forward bite off the exit of the corner down the back straightaway here into turn number 3. Battenfield up alongside of Mason Nichols. Nichols and Battenfield side by side as they come off of turn 4.
Sure are. Rocky trying to find that 97 down low. Nichols running up high, and that is for that final transfer spot where this time by 5 laps going to be complete. Starter going to put that cross flags down with a fist full of knuckles. 5 in, 5 remaining. So far, so good. Up front, Josh Peacock continuing to drive away. Whitlock running in 2nd. Glenhill having a strong run running in 3rd. Caleb Ramsey holding on for 4th, but for 5th it is anybody's guess. Battenfield versus Nichols. They're side by side down the back chute, headed off into 3.
Yeah, nobody's really has the distinct advantage here for the 5th and final transfer spot. Battenfield there for a little bit through the corner, but Nichols able to pull him there on the top shelf for the Speedway as we have 4 laps remaining. It's still Nichols holding on to the 5th spot. Keeps closing the door there on Battenfield. Battenfield back down to the bottom, catfishing there in that number 97 machine as he watches Ramsey go to work on the 51 of Justin Glenhill.
Yeah, Ramsey going to drop down low under that 51 over in turn number 3 and 4. See if Caleb can't keep that momentum up, that loud pedal to the floor off the corner. Glenhill going to carry him up high to hold on for 3rd. Ramsey going to fire on back. And Todd, we got a race for the lead brewing as well. Michael Whitlock has found his way. He's to the inside of Josh Peacock over in turn 3 as we're coming back to 2 to go.
Yeah, Josh Peacock right now leading the field here, but here comes Whitlock down to the bottom side. Great battle going on for the top spot. Whitlock slings her in deep down into turn number 1 as that popsicle sticks. We're up in the air here this time by. So Whitlock now fighting here with the number 61 down the back straightaway. Here into turn number 3. Whitlock dives her back down in deep here to turn number 3. Trying to pull up alongside of Josh Peacock.
Sure is. Drag racing off the 4th turn as white flag goes in the air.
3 wide for 3rd.
Whitlock. 3 wide for 3rd. And this, oh my goodness. Ramsey, Glenhill, Battenfield to the bottom. That is all the transfer spots. Mason Nichols on the outside looking in. 4 cars deep off into turn number 3 and 4 for the final time. Oh, this is exciting right here. Off the corner, checker flag goes out. The win goes to Peacock. Whitlock for 2. Battenfield going to grab 3rd. Ramsey, I believe, got 4th. And I believe Glenhill gets the 5th and final transfer. Mason Nichols going to go off on the hook, as is Gary Martin, Brandon Culp, Chris Carman. Wow, that was exciting right there. So, side by side for the win. 3-4 car battle in for the final transfer. It don't get any better than that, does it? Or does it? Because we got 60 laps of feature racing, Todd. Can they top that? I think they can.
Oh, I know they can. It's 60 laps, A main coming your way here in just a few moments. You got to answer Ray Jackson. Ray, 2 more weeks will open it up again here for guys to get into the Sunday Night Shootout series, and it'll be wide open here in 2 more weeks. So stay tuned to DWR's Facebook page. We'll even post it here on the Full Velocity Racing Network when they open up competition. But I know there's a lot of guys out there asking how to get involved in this great series.
Yeah, absolutely. Look for sign-ups to go up, somewhere probably right around the 1st of September here as the season's closed, right around Labor Day weekend. So keep an eye out for that. Come be a part of the awesome racing on Sunday night, the Shootout Series, also the UMP Modified Series here that rolls off before DWR, the place to be, the pinnacle of iRacing dirt leagues. Nobody does it better than these guys, and we're going to look down there trackside, Todd, where I believe a hungry field of 26 is about to duke it out for 60 laps around. Let's go through our starting lineup.
And tonight's Voiles Trucking starting lineup here at the Volusia Speedway with the DWR Sunday Night Shootout on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Starting on the pole, the Bulletproof Motorsports number 926, that's Barrett Bishop, and his dancing brother outside driving the number 319, that's David Brewer.
Row number 2 on the inside, aboard car number 18 is Kyle Surratt, the 010 of Casey Brunson outside row 2.
Rolling off in the 5th starting position, driving the number 16, that's David Blackberg, and his dancing partner outside, driving the number 73 Bulletproof Motorsports, that's Stephen Moore.
Alex Cummings rolls off next to the 631. Eric Eichstadt, the number 12, rolls off outside row 4.
Rolling off inside row number 5, that's the evil one himself, Jim Revis, and Alex Brewer rolls off 10th.
Starting off at the 11th starting position as I lose everything right there for a brief second will be car number 20. That is Greg Timmerville, and next door to him, the 311 is Justin Holt.
Going to try to go through this lineup as quickly as I can as they're entering the back straightaway. Austin Miners, Derek Fetkenauer, Sorius Raytek, Tyson Pankow, Justin Pruitt, Josh Peacock, John Monkern, Michael Whitlock, Kevin Prettyman, Rocky Battenfield, Trace Williams, Justin Gledhill, Wes Wygant, and Caleb Ramsey round out your 26 car field. So we get ready to go iRacing, I-flag, green flag off of turn number 4. It's in the air, and Barrett Bishop leads the charge down into turn number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, get set for the wildest thrill ride of your life, because it is right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Field working its way to turn number 3 for the first time. Barrett Bishop leads the races for 2. Kyle Surratt down to the inside. Casey Brunson, David Blackberg, all trying to pounce on the outside pole sitter. David Brewer's 319. They race for second as caution flag rolls out of the speedway.
Our first yellow flag, our Hanover Record Service yellow flag, going to come out of the evening here at Volusia Speedway. We're going to go to work to get a BladeNote.com victory lane. BladeNote.com instant replays. I want to go to victory lane already, man. That's short-lived.
It's been a while since either of us visited down there, but you'll be there here in a little while with the...
I want beer.
Oh, okay.
Friday.
Well, Friday. That's all we can say about beer. Friday. We'll think about that. But Todd will give us a BladeNote.com full velocity instant replay, which, per normal, I'm going to be probably absolutely zero help on, but I'm going to take a guess. I look back here. Prettyman, Monkern, Pruitt. Take your pick. Which one was around?
The good old Slinky effect. Everyone loves the Slinky.
Uh-oh.
These guys pretty much don't love the Slinky because they're not going to like it here.
Same.
The end results is the number 07 of Justin Pruitt that checks up, but it could not go any worse for Justin Pruitt there in the 07 machine as he checks up. The guy behind him does not check up. Actually, the 67 comes down there into him. The 97 of Rocky Battenfield involved. The 00 machine. No, the 88 machine of Prettyman also involved there as he rolls away, trying to figure out who else the other car was. Looks like the 36 of John Monkern also involved in that one. Early on the going here, lap number 2.
Yeah, early yellow flag here brought to you by Hanover Record Service. I look over here to the Facebook Live chat, and I see Shane say the pace truck was trying to get some action, too.
He was.
Yeah, he was inside the 16, and I'm not exactly sure what he was doing there. I don't even want to discuss it. Maybe it's something
no
we'll
happy
go over.
ending there.
Oh, absolutely no happy ending. Hey, Todd, it's not Friday. We can't talk like that yet. Let's go back to racing here, Volusia.
Yeah, getting ready to go back to green flag racing. So we're going to send these guys full song off of turn number 4, iRacing.com. Pace truck going to go down into pit road. We're going to ask you one question here on Full Velocity Racing Network. Who's it going to be here tonight? We want to hear your picks here this evening on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And that was so sad compared to what I have on my intro. But man, oh man, does it feel good that I did not get a splitting headache from that one.
All right, well, that was an A for effort, and the Russian judge gives that about a 3.
Nah.
So we'll prepare.
That was about halfway.
All right, well, what 4-5 law was that? Russia judged a 3. The best you're going to get is a 5, so you got the 3 stars right there. What will give you that one? Barrett Bishop leads over Kyle Surratt. David Blackberg in the 3rd spot. Casey Brunson. Look at this race going on back here for 5th. Eric Eichstadt, Stephen Moore, and the rest. There is a wad back there, 6th on back. That is a straight-up hornet's nest with 7 laps complete.
Yeah, Ray Jackson out there picking the 16 car. Thank you, Ray, for making your pick here early. Oh, guys getting sideways and out of shape over there about middle portion of the track, but they're able to keep it clean and green. Starting to get really, really dusty here at Volusia as you watch these guys go through the corner. Torrey Holt makes, Swaytech around in the 67 machine. Sawyer around, and I think he had a little bit of help there. Rocky Battenfield also involved. See him backing up the track. You never want to back up the track there, does Rocky Battenfield. He doesn't want to back up because he got hit again. So that's not what you want to do, Rocky. Not what you want to do.
No, you think a guy like that would know better? I guess not. But puts us under our second head of a record service caution flag of the night and allows Todd to go back through it and take a look. And I believe it was Austin Miners in the 8 car that may have helped Sawyer go around.
Yeah, well, we're going to take a little look-see here at the number 67 machine. There's a lot of contact going on in front of him, but the 31 comes down, clips, or 311 clips him, then Austin Miners right there. As Austin Miners had nowhere to go after the 311 machine came down, clipping the front end of the 67. 61 around Fedkenauer, then Rocky Battenfield. They do a pirouette dancing over there, synchronized swimming, as per se, if you wanted to say so, because these guys all spun out about the same time. Like I said, Rocky Battenfield got it back going. I don't know what went on there. It looked like he comes back into the corner, and I swear he was backing back up the track. Maybe I just missed it, but he was backing up the track there. So. Yep, there we go. So I see where he's backing up the track, and he got hit by Wygan in the 188 machine. So, yeah, a lot of carnage over there in the corner, a lot of bent up fenders, a lot of hurt feelings. They'll get back to Green Flag Racing here soon.
Well, Rocky's one of those guys he's a participation trophy type, isn't he? He wants to make sure everybody gets a piece of the car when it goes around.
Yeah, yellow ribbon.
Wanted to make sure West didn't get left out, so let West get a little piece there. So Rocky's a very giving guy, of course, and we love the big monkey aboard that number 97. He's going to start tail and Charlie on this one, back with Austin Miners, little number 8. But we double it back up. The lights go out around the speedway. Barrett Bishop, Kyle Surratt, David Blackberg, Casey Brunson, Eric Eichstadt, Stephen Moore, Alex Cummings, David Brewer, Alex Brewer, Jim Revis make up your top 10. Todd, you have an update. I can see the picks have been coming in there about as fast as I can read, and I've got like a 3rd grade education.
Bruce Norwick is going for the number 10 of Casey Brunson. Then you got Julia Bishop out there, 926. Barrett Bishop having a friend out there, I believe a family member out there rooting him on. But that's great here on Full Velocity Racing Network, because iRacing, high flag, green flag back out, and Barrett Bishop leads the charge down to turn number 1. Surratt running in that 2nd spot. Casey Brunson now to the top shelf of the speedway, trying to get around the 16 of David Blackberg. Down the back straightaway, Blackberg slams that door shut on Brunson.
Sure did, and I'm going to make a pick there, Todd. My dog picked Jason Salter. I'm not sure that's a good pick here tonight, but hey, we'll go with it, of course. But off of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, completing a lap. Number 13, it is all Barrett Bishop up front. Kyle Surratt getting loose off the corner. Opens the door for David Blackberg and maybe even Casey Brunson. That's a race 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Look at the lead Barrett Bishop has. 2 car lengths off turn 4.
Yeah, Barrett Bishop having a fantastic run so far here early on the going lap 13 of 60. I know we got some Eric Eichstadt fans out there, friends and family. They got to be out there cheering him on. Well, let's hear it out there in the chat box. Nobody's picked Eric. Come on. BladeNo.com. Sponsor?
Nope.
Nobody's picked Eric. Why is nobody picking Eric in that number 12 machine? Is it because he hasn't won in so long?
I don't know, and I think that's kind of the reason why we don't pick him. You give him the lead, he chokes it away late. I don't know. But yellow flag going to come back on the speedways. I looked over the YouTube live side of things and see Todd Cummings over there saying, Todd, I think you're inviting me to go up this. I'll touch, I guess, according to what I was hearing over on YouTube. So maybe take a little peek at that as we go caution flag for the 3rd time
are all the
now.
Same what they always are.
On lap number 16, as Todd says, volumes are always the same as usual. So maybe I'm just excited here tonight. Maybe I'm kind of locked in after being here with the modifieds a little while ago. Todd has the easy way around, gets the rest of vocal cords after enjoying the last 2 nights in the lawn chair at the racetrack, having a good time. But yeah, okay. I'm going to put him to work right now. On BladeNo.com, Full Velocity Instant Replay. He's nothing but relaxing now, I promise.
Definitely not relaxing. Is the head pit steward at Thunder Mountain Speedway, always on the microphone, getting cars in line. So you have to yell at the top of your lungs all the time to try to get those drivers, because they don't like to get in line. So resting the vocal cords did not happen last night. In fact, I probably damaged them last night because I had a lot of issues with drivers getting in line. But we're not having that here. As we're trying to find the instant replay though, and I don't know what went on here. It looked like Pretty Man was involved in this, but we can't find it here. We're taking a look-see here and see what happens.
Look around maybe the 20 of Tuberville. That may give you, I think I see the 20 car.
I found it. Pretty Man was involved with Wes Wygan in the 188 machine, so Pretty Man into the back of the 188, taking him around in front of the 63. 63 piles in. Moncurn involved. Man, just narrowly escaping was Rocky Battenfield. Man, I think Battenfield's been in every wreck so far here this evening so far.
Well, he's got to be involved. I mean, guy can't sit quietly. He needs to shake everybody's hand, kiss all the babies, and God knows what else he may touch out there. We'll never know. But hey, you know what, Todd? We have a question over there in the Facebook Live chat. Ray's asking, are we calling a 12 a choke artist? Can I let you answer that?
I've never actually called Eric Eichstätt a choke artist, for the record. That is a misconception. I don't know who said that. Phil, did you say that?
Well, no, but if the shoe fits, I guess he's got to go make Mindy some more food or whatever. But hey, let's go back to racing here as we're back. iRacing, guy flag, green flag to field over in turn number 3. Barrett Bishop leading. Kyle Surratt going to take a peek to the low side. David Blackberg with a thought to possibly go 3 wide for the race lead. Down the front shoe, off at a turn number 1. Bishop going to hold on for how long? He has cleared the 18, but here comes Blackbird. Casey Brunson in the mix. 3-way dance for a second spot. Oh, triple threat over in turn 3.
Yeah, I tell you what, Barrett liking the battling going on right there directly behind him, but the 16 of Blackberg and Kyle Surratt there nipping still at his heels. Almost making a 3 wide again here, but 16 of Blackbird trying to just go down just maybe a lane. Here's Surratt right down on the extreme bottom, and that number 18 machine has to back out of it because Blackbird was coming down that track. That could have been a nasty, nasty wreck there between the 16 and the 18 machine, but that left the door wide open up top there for the number 10 and Casey Brunson, who's now third.
Yeah, Casey's up to third, and Todd, I've been keeping an eye on that black number 1 car of Alex Brewer. He's just kind of creeping his way up through past Eric Eichstätt, got around Alex Cummings, and out to the low side of Stephen Moore. I believe that's racing for the 5th spot. Keep an eye on the 1 car as we race it back up for the lead, as I thought for a second Blackberg was going to take a look underneath to 926 of Barrett Bishop. Barrett holds on, but I'm watching that 1 car. He's starting to make his way through as Kyle Surratt gets loose off it too. 18 car loose about 2 or 3 spots over in turn 3.
Yeah, Surratt was beating and banging off the 1 of Alex Brewer, trying to use him to keep him in the right direction there. Going to lose a couple more spots there, as so does Eric Eichstätt. And that number 12 machine, he falls back into the clutches of the 21 of Jim Revis and the 319 machine of David Brewer. So those guys right there. The 07 machine of Justin Pruitt trying to make ways back up through the field. And man, look at the dust over here in corners 3 and 4. You thought they would have watered this track before this one, Phil, but tons of dust going on.
Yeah, I saw the water truck over at the beer stand, so I'm not sure what that means. I can't say that I blame them then. But maybe they heard Todd. Todd said victory lane right away. Truck went down there, probably heard beer.
EJ's probably down there somewhere.
EJ's probably down there. I think even the guy from the horse set on a stick is around here somewhere as well. But, Todd, we're going to slow the action back down. Our 4th Hannibal Record Service caution flag finds us on lap number 26. So slow the field back down. Slow our dumb head mounts down as well. And we're going to try to figure out a BladeNo.com full velocity instant replay that is around the speedway somewhere. And did I see Bubba's number 91 around over there?
I'm thinking so. We're gonna.
It was a black car. There was a lot of black cars.
There is a lot of black cars out there. Man, I don't know. There was a lot of banging going on down here. We're gonna see what happened here to bring out this yellow flag, because this is rather interesting. It's just the dust alone has to cause havoc on the drivers here. We're trying to figure this out. I'm almost thinking Fedkenhauer down there all by the selfie. So we're gonna take a look with Fedkenhauer. So. Derek Fedkenhauer down on the bottom. No help. No help whatsoever for the number 86 machine. He's down there. He's just driving, and the wall and the U-tire combination over there, 3 and 4, got him. So all by himself, a defed. Derek Fedkenauer around in a knot. I'm sure he's not real happy with himself. Some damage there. Just barely clipped him. It's like they jumped out and got him.
Stupid tires. I mean, but yeah, at least you put it near a wall. So the guys who put Volusia together had maybe half a brain about them. They got a tire and a wall and some water barrels. But how did Derek get all the way down there with that U-tire? I'm kind of watching that one back on through. Huh. Must have been distracted. Texting and driving, maybe? Not a good idea? I don't know. Derek's going to be upset with that one. Car's a wreck. And I'm not sure how the rest of his night's going to play out. All right, so Todd giving me some piece of information that I guess the chat has been kind of busy. Miss Mindy called us asses, especially me. Yeah, I'll take it. I could wear it. I got big shoulders, big appetite, big mouth. They're probably going to retire me for a little while, but I race the guy flag. Green flag comes back out in the speedway. Barrett Bishop, he's led the first half of this one, Todd, and this time the Star are going to put cross flags down. 30 in, 30 to go. 9:26 leads, but now Casey Brunson, he's to the low side of David Blackburg. That's a good drag race for second off of 4.
So we're on board the number 21 of Jim Revis here, Phil. We wanted to take a look as the dust is getting real bad there on the cameras. We wanted to take a look to see what kind of Jim Revis is seeing. The dust is flying up, but it must be it's into the camera, so it's not really affecting the drivers that much. There's another yellow flag coming out, but just look at the different view here that he has. He's about 9th or 10th position. Right now, we're sitting 9th in that number 21 machine, but he has some different views coming out the front end of this car, and man, it's hard to even get up through these guys, and just seeing all the cars in front of him, man, oh man.
The dust cloud. I mean, it's really hard. There's no visibility for these guys right now. I give them all credit because they're doing some pretty awesome things out there right now, but it's been tough sledding here as we get past halfway. Slow it back down. Todd showing off a BladeNote.com full velocity instant replay. No, the admins are busy trying to get guys cleared and passed right, but it looks
barrel
like
roll.
Yeah, I heard barrel roll.
Whoa!
I don't got to say anymore.
Yeah, no, you don't. You just got to watch this replay. The 60. There's a lot of contact going on here. A lot of things happening. 63 is in as a bystander of what happened here. The number 36 machine of John Monkern comes down. He drifts up the track, comes back down the track in front of the number 8 of Austin Miners. Miners tries to do his wheelie impression over there, 3-wheeling it. 63 does a complete barrel roll, lands on all fours, completely sideways though.
Stuck it.
He stuck the landing. I'm telling you, this is probably the best landing I've seen here on the Full Velocity Racing Network this year. And I hate saying this about Rex, man. Sometimes you look forward to him. This is one of them that we're going to really highlight here. The 63, just, man, you almost have to give him a 10. You almost. 9.5. Can't give 10s out.
We'll give him a 9.5, maybe a 9.8 for that. That was pretty good right there for Trace Williams aboard the number 63. But we didn't get the ringer here, Todd. You missed it a couple nights ago. Jack and I got our very first ringer. Car got impaled in the wall, was stuck on both sides. A perfect ringer. Scored our first 3 points here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Had no turtles tonight. We've had no leaners, no ringers, but we're getting closer. But we're going to go back to racing here on lap number 34. iRacing, I flag, green flag up in the air. Bear Bishop going to lead the field off in a turn 1.
Yeah, we're over halfway home now. Here comes Brunson way down to the bottom side. Then the number 10, the 631 of Cummings right there. David Brewer making some contact back there in the 319 machine. Not sure if something want to ride back there, but a lot of cars hitting each other back there. And man, 4 wide, 5 wide. Man, oh man, Swiatek hard into the wall. And upside down goes Tyson Pankow.
I'm speechless because I kind of saw that one starting. They went through the corner about 6 deep, and I didn't think they were going to come out straight, and they didn't. And that was a pretty hard hit for the 91, 67. Todd's going to go back. I mean, you're having a ball with these replays tonight. The only problem is we're hurting a whole lot of race cars out here, and we've already hurt enough feelings out there as well. So what do you got for us here on BladeNote.com? Full velocity replay.
Pan Cow just tries to better that 9.5, 9.8 there of the 63 machine. And Pan Cow goes barrel rolling after Swiatek kicks the wall hard. He has some help. We had a leaner there for a minute, and then all of a sudden gets up on top of the car, sits on top of the car. 63 tries to take off with him on the car.
2, 3.
Yeah, it was almost like he was pinned there. So we're going to take a look. I think that was Fedkauer in the 86. His problems just get worse there. Yep, indeed. Fedkauer was up there. He was leaning there for a second, gets up on top of the 63. 63 says, I'm out of here. Drives him right down to the apron, and the 86 machine gets him back off his hood, his roof. There's a lot of stuff going on there, man. I hate laughing about racing against this. I know it's tearing up cars. Got to have some fun here on Full Velocity Racing Network, but man, that was some carnage right there. And there was only about 6 cars, but that was carnage.
That was some mayhem over there, and that was a big hit for both drivers involved there. But yeah, that was... You don't see one car pin another car upside down like that too often. That was kind of cool. A 3 count, a 10 count, whatever you want to call it. Maybe crowning some kind of champion here tonight, but we're being a lot of silly and hoping you guys are enjoying the hijinks of the Full Velocity Racing Network tonight. Here's thank all you for tuning in live via Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch TV. We'll try to get this one a little bit back serious, maybe. We're gonna try. I can't promise it though. It's been a silly kind of day, and I guess I'm kind of in that mood, knowing I have tomorrow off to regroup and reset and just kind of let it all fly tonight. So we're getting over into turn number 3 and 4. Barrett Bishop, Casey Brunson going to be the front row. David Blackberg, Alex Cummings now on the outside of number 2 as we go back. iRacing, I-flag, green flag, 2/3 the way home. 40 laps going on the board.
Brunson immediately dives down to the bottom here, trying to do something with Barrett Bishop. Bishop's led so far every single lap here tonight. As we're right now on lap 40, so he's led 39, so we haven't completed lap 40, but coming up to lead lap 40 of 60 here should be Barrett Bishop going to be, but the number 10 of Casey Brunson looking to the bottom, Alex Cummings, the 631 as I was looking, he's way up top, now moving into third.
Yeah, moving off into third is that 631. I'm watching Kyle Surratt. He's making some waves through the middle. It may have a thought to take this 3 wide off turn number 4. He's in between Cummings and Brewer. 3 wide for second. Maybe not 4 deep in there. Who's that white car at the bottom? That's David Blackberg, 16. That is a hell of a race there. 4 cars deep for second off of turn 2.
Yeah, 4 cars deep is now the 631 of Cummings. Now running in that second spot. Third is Kyle Surratt. Casey Brunson now drops back to the 4th spot. The 010 going back to the bottom, trying to get back around Surratt here for that 3rd spot as we have 18 laps remaining as they flash by that start finish line for the 926 of Barrett Bishop. Bishop trying to run away and hide, but I tell you what, Alex Cummings pretty quick last time by, just a tick quicker, 20.580 to a 20.588 of Barrett Bishop, so just a little bit quicker there, Phil.
And Alex had a really dang good night out here at Volusia tonight. Picked up the win a little while ago in the UMP Modified Series, so looking to double down here tonight on a Sunday night. Is that 631 running in second. Kyle Surratt has run him down in that number 18. Kyle running in the 3rd position. Casey Brunson 4th. The best race right now is for 5th with Alex Brewer in the number 1. David Blackberg in the 16. Rim riding it down low of turn number 4. That's a door-to-door battle for position number 5. And don't count out Stephen Moore. He's going to look to the outside and the inside. Here comes Eric Eichstadt. 3 wide for 6 off of 2.
Revis around in the number 21 machine. Jim Revis around. That's going to bring out another yellow flag here. Hanover Record Service has been really, really busy tonight. So has the BladeNote.com instant replay.
Sure has, and I want to say, iFlag going crazy tonight too. Got to check out our buddy Jeff Brown over at iRacing iFlag, a brand new product put out this week, and you got to get one of those iFlags. You put an upper hand over the competition, and man, Todd, you look out there trackside, it's been going kind of nuts, and now Jim Revis is going to be the latest player involved with the BladeNote.com Full Velocity Instant Replay.
Yeah, Revis has a little bit of a help, a little bit of assistance from the 319 of David Brewer. Brewer taps him right in the right rear there. Unfortunately, I should say the left rear, excuse me. As he goes around, hits Peacock. Peacock sends Revis back up the track in front of Gledhill. And then along comes Monkern, minding his own business, still full throttle. Doesn't see Revis come up directly in front of him. 360 in the midair there for the 21 of Jim Revis. Lands it back there in the wrong direction. More like a I don't know what we would call that. Probably a 490 there for the 21 machine.
A 490?
Yeah, we're going to call it 490.
Oh, all right, so next time we get together for the next
Not the
Full Velocity
480, but the
TV
490.
Summit, I want to see you perform one of these 490s. I don't care if it's in person. I don't care what you do. I want to see what a 490 looks like. I'm going to try to take a look here at the replay. My browser's has been funky all night long, but I believe we've got one to go around the speedway. Can anybody take down Barrett Bishop, who's been the fastest car here all night? He's led all the laps. Can anybody take that 926 down?
I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. These guys are locked and loaded, restacked, and rebacked here at Volusia Speedway, iRacing.com. Pace truck lights are extinguished atop that. So what's that mean? We're going to go back to green flag racing off of turn number 4 as soon as that pesky pace truck gets off the track here. Probably led the most laps here this evening, unfortunately, there. But dives are down left, down in there as hard as he can. iRacing, I-flag, green flags back in the air. And Bishop does what he does best. Here, leading the charge down into turn number 1. Gets a whale of a good restart. More contact made over here as they're able to gather it back up. Man, I thought Brewer was going to go around there, Phil, as they're seeing some guys glance off the wall down the back straightaway.
Sure are, but I'm watching a couple of guys making their way through, and one that's really got my attention, the 00 Michael Whitlock. He has now put himself up to the top 10. 00 has something working down to the low side of the racetrack, and every time we get a little bit of a run in, we put yellow flag back on the speedway. So these guys are getting after it racing tonight, Todd, but they may be getting a little bit overzealous as now 50 laps go on the board. I've lost count of the yellows. Somebody's going to go siphon the fuel out of the pace truck because that thing's been out there, it feels like, all night long. And I know you've worn out that replay button, but you got another one to show off. I'm not sure where it started, but it's not good. BladeNo.com, Full Velocity is the replay.
Well, everything started up a little bit further in the middle portion of the pack there between the 07 machine, Freddie Man, and then you have Rocky Battenfield at 311, and then Ramsey goes around, Pancow goes around, backs her into the wall. Not a lot of damage there. 13 going backwards. Caleb Ramsey going backwards there. Let's take a look at Caleb Ramsey. He's already going backwards here. He got a little bit of help there going backwards, and drives her right back around. Puts her in the right direction and keeps going, but that's going to bring out a bring out another Hanover record service yellow flag from our BladeNote.com instant replay.
Yeah, and I'm also going to take a second here to highlight. We talk a lot about Hanover Record Service, iRacing, iFlag, of course, BladeNote.com. But we got to thank the big one here of our Royal Blue sponsors, Todd. Got to thank Kathy and Brian Voiles over at Voiles Trucking, doing commercial freight transfers and truck leasing, located in BB, Arkansas. Look them up on Facebook today, Voiles Trucking. They do so much for us here at the Full Velocity Racing Network, and so much for the entire sim racing community. iRacing, NR 2003, Brian and Kathy, great people. Look them up today. Send them a message and thank them for supporting your source for esports racing. Great people doing great things, and hope if you have any needs out there in the freight hauling world, Todd, you'll give them a call because they're terrific folks, and they'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, definitely a lot of great sponsors we have here. Monstar Productions, another one. We've done their onboard camera here tonight. Jake Keel just getting done from a mainstay out there in Knoxville, watching 8 races there. That was fantastic there for Jake Keel. So he looked pretty tired as he was coming home there, Phil.
Yeah, he was dragging a little bit. Also, a shout out to our buddy Scott Bargloff down at South Texas Speedway. Corpus Christi's place to race has been lit up pretty light this week as well. So pretty good to see all those guys doing well as we go back. iRacing, iFlag, green flag now 54 laps going on the board. Barrett Bishop trying to get away, but look at the race for second. Cummings versus Brunson in that way. 3 deep race for fifth. Third on back. You don't know where you can put any more cars. They're going to try 3, 4, 5 wide off turn 4. I mean, from first to 15th, you can't throw a blanket over them all.
Yeah, can you get any better racing than this? These guys are pretty close together. Yeah, there's been a few wrecks, but you're going to expect that when they're racing so close and so fast here at Volusia Speedway. It's Alex Cummings still holding on to that second spot there, just in front of the number 010. Brunson, more hard contact back there, and man, impaling the wall and hard contact.
Somebody died.
Yeah, that was hard. There was no doubt about that one.
No, somebody may have stuck a landing on this one. I saw that kind of break off the quarter.
We have a roof surfer.
We have a roof surfer. We have a first turtle of the night. All right, Todd. You're the guy with all the views here tonight. I'm just the idiot getting people mad. Give us another BladeNote.com. Full Velocity is the replay.
So, like I said, a huge contact. Sawyer again. Man, some more contact to the wall. He likes to drive her into the wall. in the 67 machine. So he had help, but unfortunately there is a 67 drifts up the track, and 73 makes contact with him. 73 finishes him off into the wall. They go around, they do a little bit of dancing here. Again, upside down, turtle for the 188 machine. Oh,
1 point.
1 point here tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network. No leaner, that's 2 points. And then our ringer's 3 points here. So, man, we got 1 point here this evening at the expense of the 188 machine.
That's a tough break there for Wes Wygan, trying to mind his business, but I don't think anybody out there can kind of get clear of any of the mayhem going on tonight.
No.
58 laps on the board. Todd, the call has come down for a single file restart, but the developing situation we have this time by, we're going to put 59 laps up to the board, so my math's going to say that's 2 to go. We may be setting up for a green-white checker finish here tonight to finish at Volusia. And there it is, officially, race is being extended. Green-white checker finish. The racing's been great. Well, we're going to go at it for 3 attempts at overtime. And the first one's 1 lap away from getting underway.
Yeah, we're going to rather see what happens here. Can Barrett Bishop take down the win? Is it going to be the 631 machine of Cummings? Is it going to be the 010 of Casey Brunson, Kyle Surratt, Alex Brewer? David Blackbird back there at 6. You can't count out anybody because anything can happen. But tell you what, and my bet is on that 926 machine, Bishop, to be able to hold on to this one. Philly's been doing a great job here. We're waiting to see an iRacing iFlag green flag back out in the air.
Green flag coming out. Green, white checker to settle it. Got to thank Kevin out there. 50 stars donation says great content. I definitely appreciate that here at Full Velocity as we go racing off into turn number 3 and 4. Barrett Bishop leads 5 car lengths over Alex Cummings. 2 wide for third. This time 926 Todd. White flag goes up in the air.
White flag in the air here for Barrett Bishop aboard the number 926 machine. Alex Cummings running in that second spot. Third is Brunson. Surratt back down to the bottom. We have a 3-wide battle going on for the 4th position there, as it was short-lived, but off a turn number 4, picking up the feature event here at the Volusia Speedway, the 926 of Barrett Bishop. Second going to go to Alex Cummings. Third, Casey Brunson, Kyle Surratt, Alex Brewer, Michael Whitlock, David Blackburn, Eric Eichstead, Rocky Battenfield, and Justin Holt. And the number 311 is going to round out your top 10. But like you said, going the distance, leading all laps here, all 61 laps here this evening, the number 926 of Barrett Bishop, the winner here.
Yeah, sure did. Led all 61 laps. Did car number 926. Good run for him. Alex Cummings coming up 1 spot short of doubling down here tonight. Casey Brunson, a good top 3 run. Kyle Surratt, Alex Brewer, a guy who may be closing in on his 2nd championship here for the Sunday Shootout Series. We'll see if we can't grab those points. And we will talk to our entire gang of the top 3 next on the post-race show, live from Discord over at DWR. We'll be right back here live on your source for esports racing. Well, back here live on a Full Velocity Racing Network, ready to go on the post-race show presented by BladeNode.com, where Barrett Bishop takes down the win here tonight. Second goes to Alex Cummings, and our third place finisher guy we talked to in Victory Lane a couple nights ago, Casey Brunson in the 0-10, finishing up third. Case, it was a very good run for you on a very tough night in a racetrack that was super, super racy, brother. Tell us about the run you had out there.
I finally was able to get a good qualifying lap down, so I was able to start pole of a heat race. Was able to win that one. Started fourth and kind of rode there for a while, and the track really didn't go how I like it. Didn't really go to the bottom. Just stayed up top, and just a fight to get to the top all night.
I'll tell you what, recent memory here at Volusia, Casey, you've been really running good. What is it about this racetrack that suits your driving style? Because every time we come here, you're always super competitive. You must really like this track.
If you asked me that question 2 weeks ago, I'd tell you I don't want to ever run Volusia again, but kind of got fast here, ran some more practice on it, was able to figure out what you're supposed to do on this damn track. Got a little faster.
Well, it was a hell of a run for you out there tonight. We've been having some fun up here, but you're a guy who really put one together, a good solid third place run once again. Casey is normal live on Full Velocity, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. It has been a fun night to watch. You get a podium finish, which means you get the microphone one more time. Just thank all the fans out.
I think DWR putting all these races on. Eric Eistat with Eistat Wraps for the wraps, and I like to thank Kyle Surratt for a setup gaming to make me a little faster. And y'all for broadcasting.
Oh, of course. You don't need to throw that out there. We appreciate you guys putting on the shows that you guys do. Always tremendous sports. Have a great time. Casey Brunson here aboard the 0-10. He finishes up third here tonight at Volusia. We'll let him get back to it, debrief with that team, and we'll walk a little further down here, and we'll talk to the guy we talked to about 2 hours ago in Victory Lane. Now a second-place run of the street stock for the driver of car number 631, Bulletproof Motorsports car, Alex Cummings, bringing it home second. Alex, a great run for you. It was a tough racetrack, and a lot of these guys, you had a good qualifying effort, stayed up front all night long, but still had some of the best to go toe-to-toe with. Tell us about your night. It was a lot of fun to watch.
Oh, yeah, I think it was a pretty good race for the most part up front. Just plan was just to pretty much keep it out of trouble, and I knew the high side was going to be where to be at.
Well, the high side was going to be where it was going to be, but we didn't really have a long enough green flag run to really wear the inside out. Track was racy. I mean, every lane. How did these short bursts we had out there affect the racetrack? Did it go away like we thought it would, or was a lack of green flag runs really keeping that inside still kind of down there? Because there were guys racing.
I think if we'd had more green flag laps, the bottom would have probably came in at the end. I was thinking about trying it there at the end, but I just decided I'd just keep it up top and try to hold on to second at least.
Well, Alex, you did a really good job here tonight. We're one spot short of doubling down, but hey, a first and a second, I will take that night any time of the week, brother. A great job to you. I'm going to give you the microphone once again here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. Alex Cummings, my friend, the floor is all yours. Take it.
I'd just like to thank Jim, Jason, and Eric over at DWR for putting this series on. I'd like to thank y'all at Full Velocity for broadcasting. Y'all did a great job, and then would say congratulations to Barrett on the win. I'd like to thank all my teammates over at Bulletproof Motorsports.
Absolutely. Those guys have been money here recently. This is a guy waving that flag proudly, the 631. Alex Cummings finishing up second here tonight, and I believe it's another Bulletproof car that is going to grace Victory Lane here tonight in Volusia. Coming up, smelling like roses down there. The 926 of Barrett Bishop. Todd goes flag to flag here, leading all 61 laps, and you find him once again at Victory Lane.
Yeah, down here in Victory Lane with the driver of the 926, who had some fans out there on Facebook Live rooting him on to win here tonight. Barrett Bishop taking down the victory here tonight. Barrett leading all the laps here tonight. You did what you had to do to stay up front, but tell us about your race.
Yeah, we finally qualified good. Got the pole, held on there for the heat race with Blackbird, and I just got out front and held on. Had Alex coming there at the end. We finally got a Sunday night race.
Yeah, fantastic race for you in that 926 machine there, Barrett. I mean, you kept all those guys at bay. Did you have any worries of those guys, or did them yellows really, really help you here this evening?
Oh, the yellows helped a lot. I sure as hell wasn't the fastest thing out there. I had Blackbird, I at the start, and Alex there at the end.
All right, Barrett, we're going to give you the microphone. Thanker, I'd like to thank tonight. You had a lot of fans out there rooting for you in Facebook Live.
I gotta thank DWR for putting this on. Y'all for broadcasting, and everybody at Bulletproof Motorsports for all that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, from BladeNote.com, Victory Lane, driver of the number 926 machine, taking down the victory, Barrett Bishop. And, man, in a convincing fashion here tonight, Phil. I've got him to talk more than he normally does. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic interview there, Barrett. You're getting better at those.
Hell yeah, a guy who didn't like talking to us for a long time, getting more comfortable and hearing personality come out. That's what we like to hear. Terrific job from Barrett Bishop at 926. Great job by all these guys. They're all good sports. A night where, let's face it, we roughed up some more cars, more fellows than we probably would have liked. We did enough up here, but we do know love these guys. They are all brothers. They are all family. We give guys like Eric the grief, but he is one of the great ones out there. We love these guys all to death, and it is a pleasure to come out here and join them on a Sunday and a Wednesday night. Got to thank these guys, Jim, Jason, Eric, the entire roster of drivers I have here. So much fun to cover. Got to thank our great sponsors once again. Got to thank Hanover Record Service, iRacing, iFlag, Voiles Trucking, BladeNote.com, South Texas Speedway, Montstar Productions, TDR Racing League, Hard Motorsports, Trash Panda Graphics, Evil One Graphics, and Full Throttle with the Gent for Todd Stanton, Jack Truin, Mark Karch, Ron Piles, the entire cast here at the Full Velocity Racing Network. Phil Licassi are going to sign off. We'll see you back here live this coming Tuesday night. We go back in time, back to NR 2003. Voiles Trucking Hobo Racing Cup Series coming up live. I believe we're at Michigan here Tuesday night, so it's going to be a great event there. We'll see you live here. Look out for the links, and we'll be back here live Wednesday night here at DWR, another round of Wednesday night street fights. So until then, we'll see you next time right here live on your source for esports racing.
Good night, and don't forget to check out our Full Velocity swag.